Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be creating a really fun kind of olive green gold fall look. I'm super excited. I created this look a couple days ago as I was sitting down just playing with my makeup, and I am so excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, because we are working with darker colors, I'm going to start with the eyes first, and I'm going to prime them with some eyeshadow. I'm taking the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I like this concealer because it dries down a matte and kind of helps with just kind of keeping your eyes prepped and last longer. Next, I'm going to take some just loose powder to set that concealer. Make sure you blend it out so there is no creases. And I'm going to go in with my sponge and I'm just going to apply that to the eye. Alright, so eyes are set, and I'm going to apply my eyebrows off camera. The palette that I'm going to be working with today is my Physicians Formula Sultry Nights palette. And I'm also going to be dipping into one of my Profusion palettes. This is the Sienna palette, mustardy yellow color right here. But any mustardy color that you have or anything similar to it will work just fine. I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Bay Cashin. I'm gonna kind of keep it close to the eyebrow because I want all my colors to seamlessly flow together. And because we're gonna kind of be bringing our darker shades up a little high, then as I lose product, I'm gonna kind of bring it down so that way we have a really nice even shade all over. Alright, next I'm going to deep into this shade right here called Beach Beige. It's just kind of a nice medium brown. I'm just going to take the same brush I used for that Tristan shade because I'm not going to be using very much. And I'm going to just kind of put this in the crease very lightly. Alright, next, using a different brush, I'm going to go into that Sienna's palette and go into that mustard shade right there. I'm going to apply this right where we applied that second shade, kind of in the crease, but up a little bit more, but very lightly. We'll start in the crease, and then as we kind of lose product on the brush, we'll bring it up. I'm going to go back into my Sultry Nights palette, and I'm going to dip into this green shade right here. This is a nice, like, forest green, but it has like flecks of gold in it. If you don't have this palette, and it looks like it has a little bit of black in it too, maybe. If you don't have this color, that is perfectly fine. You can go into the deepest, darkest green that you have, and then if you have some like gold glitter or gold shimmer, you can apply over it. It will work just the same. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger, and I'm just gonna grab some on my finger. And what I'm going to do with this, and I need to grab a smaller mirror for this, is I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. That's all I'm going to do. Alright, now that I have it as high as I want it, I'm going to go back into that mustard shade color, and I'm going to just kind of very lightly kind of blend out that harsh line and put a little bit more yellow with the green. Just to kind of soften it up a little bit because it's a little harsh right now. As you see, we have tons of fallout right now. That's okay, we're gonna clean it up. To go into this kind of goldish shimmer shade, I'm gonna apply this to the middle of the eyelid. Just to kind of blend it in with that green shade that we have going on. Just so that we have something to highlight the eye rather than it just being covered in that dark green shade. I'm going to kind of blend out the edges so that way it does blend in with the green shade. Alright, so I finished the other eye. Now we're going to go in and we're just going to kind of clean up everything. I'm going to take just a makeup wipe here and I'm just going to start cleaning up under the eye, kind of on the side of the nose as well, because that green kind of got everywhere. And then as we come up to the edge of the eye, we're just going to kind of create a nice line there using my e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer. Start with the center of the face and then kind of move it out, but kind of really pressing that product into the skin as I'm applying it. Since we're using the Physicians Formula palette, I wanted to use my Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I love this foundation. It's one of my favorite from the drugstore. And I'm just going to kind of apply this to the face. And then I'm just going to take my sponge and start blending it out. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more, kind of focusing it a little bit more in the cheek area and on the chin because I didn't get any there yet, and then on the cupid's bow, and then maybe a little bit on the nose. Alright, moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution Concealer Fine and going back into that e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I'm going to go into my Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, and I'm just going to put a stripe on each side and blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with my loose powder and set the face. I'm going to take my sponge. I've been really liking using this trick lately and really applying most of my face products with my sponge, especially my powder, because I feel like it just helps to set everything in place better. I saw Jaclyn Hill do this when I was watching her apply her makeup, and I was like, oh, I want to try that, and I've been using it ever since. So it's a really good trick. I would suggest trying it out, especially if you maybe have more oily prone skin. It helps to really press that product into your skin to help it last longer. And I'm just going to, on the nose, kind of just press the powder like that and just gonna let it sit, because I lose makeup off my nose a lot easier. Doing that way, it kind of helps it stay a lot longer. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to be doing the lower lash line. I'm going to go take that brush that we used for the transition shade, and I'm going to go back into this Beige Cashin or Beach Beige shade, that really medium light brown. And I'm just going to take the same brush and I'm just going to kind of pinch it, and I'm going to kind of put that all over the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go in with an actual shading brush for the lower lash line, and I'm going to go into that dark green shade, and I'm just going to apply a very little bit and tap it off, like a lot off. I'm even in fact going to probably put it on the back of my hand to make sure that we have most of it off. And then I'm going to pretty much go all the way in except for like I'm just going to stop right here. Let's get a mirror. Kind of blending it into the shadows up above. Alright, and then I kind of noticed that I had a little bit of green shadow like right here in the inner corner, so I'm just going to kind of clean that up with my finger as much as I can without making a mess. Go into that mustard color again, using the same brush, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend out all the other shadows that we put on the lower lash line. Because I have a little bit more yellow down here, I'm going to take that brush that we used for the yellow on top, and I'm going to apply a little bit more up here just so that we kind of have a cohesive look going on here. So we have yellow on the bottom, we want to make sure that the yellow kind of shows up on top. In and apply liner in with a pencil liner to start out with, and I'm going to apply that to my upper waterline. Some liquid liner, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise liquid liner. Ever since I did that eyeliner video, I've been really working on my skills with liquid liners, and I really like this one because the tip is so fine, is so thin. It helps me get a really nice line. So I'm going to apply that to a very thin layer to the top lashes line. Right now I'm going to apply mascara. I'm going to be just using the Lash Paradise mascara along with the eyeliner. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of warm up the skin a little bit more just because we need a little bit more warmth here. I'm actually using the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance. It's a powder, but I use it as a bronzer. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to apply this to where I applied that other bronzer to kind of warm up the skin a little bit more. I'm going to wipe away that nose powder that we had sitting there. Take a smaller brush and I'm going to go back into that CoverGirl powder. And I'm just going to kind of go down the nose a little bit, connecting it to my eyebrows. Blush, I'm going to go into the Rimmel Maxi blush. I have the shade Sweet Cheeks. And this is kind of like a nice like peachy nude, and I feel like it would just look really good with this look. So I'm going to go in with my brush and I'm going to take some and I'm going to apply it to the cheeks. Alright, so I'm going to go in with that makeup wipe that we use and just kind of clean up the lips a little bit. I'm going to go in with my NYX Suede Lip Liner in Whipped Caviar to line the lips. And then I'm going to go into my Aubree Lip Vibe lipstick in Go Wild. It's just a really nice pinky nude. Alright, so I'm actually going to be applying some fake eyelashes today. My favorites are the Ardell Magnetic Lashes in the 003 accent lashes, and I'm going to just apply those. They're just lashes that basically sandwich between your natural lashes. So I'm going to quickly go put those on really quick. If you guys want to see me doing a tutorial on applying these, let me know, because they're super easy for me to put them on now. So if you want to learn how to put them on, just comment down below. So I went ahead and set the face. I used my Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Setting Spray. This is the look. I hope you guys like it. I love this look. I think it's so fun for fall. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can join the family. If you are subscribed, go ahead and click the notification bell so you'll be able to be notified every time I upload a video. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.